Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. This is our 33rd meditation together. Hi, everybody. Never quite sure when this is live. Sometimes I see myself in the replay just sitting there and waiting. So I go back to what I started with. I hope you had a beautiful Sunday. The weather is certainly helping to enjoy it. And then here in Germany, they're talking about easing everything. So some of us are probably very excited. I don't know what it's like in your country. What are the measurements taken in regards to the coronavirus? And are you hearing that things are easing up, that you are, stepping back into your so-called freedom, the freedom that you have every day to be as beautiful and shining and creative as you like. Hey, Barbara. Hi, Uli. It's always so lovely to see familiar faces in this meditation. And as we're coming to a close with these wash your hands and meditate, because as I promised, I'm gonna go live for 40 days. So there's 7 meditations left with me. Next Sunday is gonna be my last one. I just want to move a little bit more into the idea of why life is precious beyond the sensation of that freedom only comes when we are allowed to do things. But as you've probably heard, so many people have been like liberated through incarnation. Not through incarnation, but or also through that. But that people, like I'm just thinking of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who lived a suffering life until the end. And but what he found, he found freedom in himself. So as we're going towards this last piece of meditating together publicly, I wanted to go into the sacredness of living. So to speak about what makes life sacred. And one of the things that makes it sacred to me is that I can see how much my hands can contribute. And my hands contribute by clicking a button maybe and going live and you coming to see me, or my hands become sacred when they are in touch with myself. I do a lot of self-massaging to really keep my mind sane these days. I do, and with every time I do it, there is a new beauty that I find, a new way to move in and discover myself in a way that we often don't. We only discover ourselves through our mental processes and how much we are, I don't know, really visibly contributing to the world. But the first thing we need to do is to contribute to who we are and, discover that. And so hands can be so sacred. Hands can be the ones that shape and form your reality. Whatever you touch and how you touch it, if you bless your food, or if you, even go into that step of caressing your own feet, your hands, your arms, and learning to get back in touch with yourself so that every moment in your life has another way of stepping what is sacred. So today, as we come together to meditate, I just feel that you can relax a little bit back instead of doing an obvious meditation seat. But if you want to do a meditation seat, please feel free to do so. And then, simply relax back to receive and follow this journey into sacredness that we can devise ourselves every day. Taking a breath out allowing your hands to rest now. And allowing yourself to sink back into your seat. Closing your eyes. Noticing the whirlwind of your mind going on. And also noticing how unsure life so obviously has become to you. And that there is very little that is certain in our life. This uncertainty makes some of us stop breathing deeply, stop believing in evolution, in development, in compassion. And some of us feel inspired, as if there's suddenly room for your light to be more seen, to shine a bit brighter. And even that can be so scary and uncertain. Will you or won't you make it? But one thing is for certain, it is so nice to hold your face up towards the sun and allowing the sun to touch your face. To see the birds in the sky exploring their own freedom. Their freedom to move, to breed, to come together and separate. So if you cannot rely on what is around you every day, maybe you can rely more on anything that happens within you. Like, let the beauty and your happiness, your contentment, your energy, your thriving energy is not relying on things from the outside, but that every moment you live and everything that is coming up and into your life as an emotion, as a desire, as seeing something is mostly important and sacred to you. That when you have been slowing up to a degree where you find yourself sitting on the couch, on the bench, in the garden, in the park, if you're allowed to. That you suddenly realize what you've been missing in your hectic and busy day of producing, consuming. And so I want to give you this. Don't be afraid to go back into a little bit more of a speed up life. Now take these little practices that you learned all along the 33 days we spent together to become or to come in touch with yourself, to simply be. So that every moment in your life becomes sacred. Because the other certainty we have is we all die. Whether it's now or in a decade or 2 or 3 or 4 or however long you are visiting this planet. But your visit can be so sacred, so don't wait until you get to a certain age group to realize how beautiful life is and how sacred. Don't wait until the panic rises in you, will you survive or not? And come out of it to notice how sacred life is. But fully embrace it, and not in a grand gesture, but by, enjoying having a warm bath, by knowing that maybe when you get up early, you will meet the sun to kiss you first the very moment he turns the corner to shine on your city, on your life. And when you endure hardship for a moment, that you open up to receive the emotion. And you don't need to hold on to it. That for that one moment, you see the sacredness in the balancing of the ups and downs. That you cannot feel content if you haven't seen the two sides of the coin. And that you have to find the compassion that we often so often train in saying, may I be happy, may I be safe, may I be loved, may I be with ease of mind and heart. And this kind of contentment that we long for is longing that our heart wants to be with you, that your heart wants to be with you in every moment of your sacred life. And that when we finally split and you keep continuing to investigate your own meditation, your own silencing, your own raising, your compassion, that it doesn't need to be the cushion, the couch, the floor, the chair, but all it needs is that when you feel the water running through your hand, that it can feel precious.